You are listening to 1252 Sports Entertainment. Parental discretion may be advised.
Woo! It's about that time. FatMike, Chicago Sports. Yeah. Finally here. Shot City Sports is right here. Updates on news, get it here. No rumors, cause we keep it real. FatMike. Sit back, relax, sugar beer one of them nights.
Hey, this is Carmen DeFalco from ESPN Chicago, and you're listening to the FatMike Sports Show.
Hey, this is Dave Richard from CBS Sports, and you're listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hi, this is Jesse Rogers for the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott Merkin, the longtime White Sox beat writer for MLB.com and proud graduate of the University of Michigan. You're listening to me on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
This is Chuck Arfine, and you are listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. It's the best.
Hey, what's up? This is Greg Braggs Jr. from Braggs in the Stands, and you're listening to my guys on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. Boom!
Hey everyone, Freddie Huebner from ESPN 1000. Great to be on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. I'm Dan Zaborski, senior writer for Fangraphs, and you're listening to FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
I'm JJ Stankovich from NBCSportsChicago.com and the Undercenter podcast, and you're listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey Sparkle, you know what I listen to? It's the FatMike Chicago Sports Show with my guy, Fat Mike. If you listen anywhere else, no shock. Listen to Fat Mike. He's the best.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another FatMike Chicago Sports Show. I am your host, Fat Mike, and this is 1252 Sports Chicago. 1252 Sports Chicago is huge right now, and it's growing and growing and growing and growing. And we cannot be growing and growing and growing and growing without all the amazing sponsors that we have here at 1252. And that includes Nick and Ivy Brewing Company in beautiful downtown Lockport, Illinois, the Jonathan Darren team over at Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group, Megaplex Sportsplex out in Homer Glen, Fozzie Football, which is the greatest game pretty much ever made. If you guys haven't played it, you guys are really missing out. Coach's Corner, who's been absolutely integral to everything that we do here at 1252. The Cupcakery Bakery, everybody. These guys are absolutely amazing. So thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. And to boot, guys, I want to break off some really good news, some really big news here that we have at 1252. We have a new, amazing, wonderful, kick-ass sponsor, and it's the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Homer, out in Tinley Park. This place is absolutely awesome. My guy Mark over there, he's the owner over there. He absolutely kicks ass. Great place. It's located at 7537 West 159th Street in Tinley Park. It is easily, hands down, the best sports bar on the South Side or possibly in the state of Illinois. They have state-of-the-art technology with all the TVs they have there. I mean, they got 5 TVs combined into one to create a gigantic television where you can watch every single sports game that you guys got there. They got a big Vegas wall. It's absolutely awesome. Fresh fruit prepared daily. It's amazing. Video gaming, the whole nine. They have it all over at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill over there in Tinley Park. Again, it's located at 7537 West 159th Street out in Tinley Park. These guys kick ass. And without these guys, we wouldn't have been able to do what we did today, guys. And that's 100% the truth. That is 100% the truth. Today, 1252 Sports inked a deal with a new office space, guys. We have an office space. It's not going to just be us here in our homes, hanging out here in our offices, hanging out doing this thing, doing that thing. I mean, look at this. I mean, come on, look at me. And now I'm all fuzzy, but hold on. There we go. All right, boom. There we go. It's not just going to be this. We're going to have an entire office that is donated to us and given to us from the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park. And thank you to the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park because these guys fucking kick ass. All right, they really do. Mark is unbelievable, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do everything I possibly can for Mark and the Whistle. These guys are absolutely fantastic. But on that note, guys, we have a lot to get into tonight. The White Sox, the Cubs, the Bulls. Rudy Gobert, is that a possibility? Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. The Bears. What's going on with this team right now? There's a lot of stuff going on. Justin Fields looking good. Hitting home runs at Wrigley Field. I don't know if you guys seen that. Completely crushing balls out of Wrigley Field. A lot of stuff to pack in. A lot of stuff to pack out. Guys, before we get started, we're going to have a couple quick words from a couple of our sponsors. Two of them for sure. I want to thank Nick and Ivy Brewing Company, and I definitely want to thank the Jonathan Darren team at Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. Jonathan Darren and his team hooked us up big time with this studio. So really quick, while we get going, let's hear from these guys. Let us all compact everything. Here we go.
Hello, this is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the FatMike Chicago Sports Show as well as the 1252 brand because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend. Or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's Nikivy brewing.com. Come in today for a fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
All right, we're back. Thank you to Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Thank you to the Jonathan Darren team out in Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group out in Homer Glen. These guys are absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'm really excited for tonight, guys. This is the most pumped up I've been up for a show for a long time. Sorry about last night. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, guys. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. You guys follow me on the Facebook machine. All right. My little dog is a pain in the ass. Okay. She keeps on ripping out catheters and doing her thing. Not really, but she's a pain in the butt. She really is. This dog has been unbelievable over the last couple of months. And she had a back surgery in November. She couldn't walk in November with her back legs at all, period, whatsoever. Couldn't walk at all. She got all feeling back, and she was running around like a psychopath from like late January, early February on. All right, running around like a crazy dog. Excuse me. The other night, she ended up hurting herself. Ended up being a big deal. And now she's on a catheter back at home here, but she's doing great. She's doing absolutely amazing. But we had to keep caution on everything. We had to be super strict with her, and it's been craziness. I cannot wait to go to bed tonight. Like that's where I'm at right now. I cannot wait to go to bed. But she's back at home, ready to kick ass, doing her thing. She's absolutely unbelievable. So all you guys that sent a lot of great messages to me, thank you guys so much. Really, it means a lot. It keeps my spirits up high. thank you guys so much for sending them like, hey, it's going to be okay. Like all that stuff. It truly, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my wife when she sees all these comments. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are fantastic. I really do appreciate you guys. But let's get into the baseball talk here. All right. Now I want to start in the National League. Okay. All right. NL East, the Mets are kicking ass. I mean, even with everybody on even with everybody, every single one of their pitchers on the DL, they're absolutely smoking people. My guy Andrew Tarbill here at 1252. Andrew Tarbill is a huge part of 1252. Has a great fantasy show come fantasy football season. He says, doing big things, my guy. Love you, brother. Andrew Tarbill, I love you too, my man. That Andrew Tarbill knows his fantasy stuff like the back of his hand. Make sure you guys tune in this fall when he comes back to do all his fantasy football stuff. Him, Jeff Schwartz, and Tyler DeMouse, these guys are absolutely amazing when it comes to fantasy stuff. They were killing it this year. But thank you, Tarbill. I really do appreciate it. On the baseball aspect of things, in the NL East, the Mets are absolutely slaying this division. Even with all their pitchers on the DL pretty much at this point, the Mets are completely killing this division. DeGrom is shelved. Scherzer is shelved. And they just keep on winning and winning and winning. And a lot of it has to do with Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso is having, statistically right now, the best year he's ever had in his career. He has been absolutely unstoppable, hitting everything that's thrown to him. It looks like beach balls are being thrown to him. And he's playing gold glove caliber first base. He has been absolutely amazing and a corner point and a cornerstone of that Mets offense and defense the entire season. So kudos to Pete Alonso right now. He's killing it. The Braves, 7 games behind. That's how far back they are, guys. They are that far back. In the NL Central, I don't want to talk about it. It's only going to make me upset. My Cubs, they are 8.5 games behind. This team sucks. The Brewers have a half game lead currently right now on the Cardinals, which, listen, the Cardinals are a hot team. Yadier Molina, Paul Goldschmidt, everybody, Harrison Bader. This team just hits the ball. The Cardinals are going to take this division, guys. I bet the kitchen sink on this. The Cardinals are going to take this division. The Pirates are 2.5 games ahead of the Cubs. Can you believe that? The Pittsburgh Pirates are 2.5 games ahead of the Cubs. It makes me nauseous. It makes me sick. In the NL West, the Dodgers have a 2-game lead on the Padres. The Padres both playing Padres, Dodgers, and the Giants are playing all good baseball right now. Dodgers 37-20, Padres 35-22, and the Giants 30-26. This is a tight division. I expect to see what we've seen last year, a really tight race, a really tight division. Any series can turn the tides of this division. That's what I expect. In the AL, guys, this is ridiculous, okay? This is absolutely ridiculous, okay? In the AL East, the Yankees have a 6.5 game lead. They are 40-16. They are the very first team to 40 wins. The Rays are 35-23. The Blue Jays are 33-23. And the Red Sox, who were almost counted out within the first 25 games of the season, are now 30-27. Okay? Yes, they're 10.5 games back of the New York Yankees. But I am not counting out this team right now. The Boston Red Sox are a team, and they hit, and they score, and they do what they need to do. They play like an absolute full-rounded baseball team. I am not counting out the Red Sox this early into the season. Shit happens. That division is tight. That division is tighter than a fly's asshole. Okay? Let's get real. It's a tight division. In the AL Central, we have the Twins up 4 games on the Guardians, up 5.5 on the Chicago White Sox. Now, I told you guys a couple weeks ago what it was going to be for our Chicago White Sox here in the city of Chicago. It was not going to be an easy climb back up. It was not going to be an easy run through the muck to get yourself in position to win this division. Okay? Position, division. Look at me. I'm sounding like a poet over here. All right? But let's be real here. This White Sox team is banged up. They are hurt to the ninth. And I'm rooting for my White Sox. I'm rooting for these White Sox. Look, I got them over here. Where are they at? They're right there. You see them? They're right there. I got the dugout mug over here. Right here. Boom, right there. Dugout mugs. Guys, go order yourself a mug at Dugout Mugs. But anyways, not a sponsor. Wish they would, but they're not. All right? This White Sox team is in shambles right now because they cannot stay healthy. Their pitching has been awful. Awful. All right? They DFA'd Dallas Keuchel because he couldn't strike out water if he fell out of a boat. Now he's down there in Arizona. Good riddance. Get rid of this fucking guy. Get rid of him. This team is in a hard spot right now. They got to get it going. They have a lot of talent on this team, and nothing seems to be producing. Yasmani Grandal is a turd sandwich. All right, they need something better than Yasmani Grandal. I'm sorry, Sox fans. Yasmani Grandal is a fucking shit show. See, now I'm getting mad as I sit here and spark up a cigarette. Now I'm getting mad. Yasmani Grandal is terrible. Offensively, defensively, whatever it is. Just apparently, he's just terrible. Sitting there, if you look at him, he's terrible. He may look like a ball player, but he's not a ball player. He sucks. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to revert to a few years ago when the Sox signed Yasmani Grandal to these dumb dicks over at Barstool Sports Chicago. They were all hyped up and ready to go. Oh, Yasmani Grandal, he's the best framing catcher in the big leagues. Blah, 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 blah. No, he's not. All right. First off, it takes a fucking guy who can catch a ball to be a framer of the ball. Yasmani Grandal couldn't fucking catch a suntan in the middle of Santa Fe with 90-degree heat. Yasmani Grandal blows at catching. He is a terrible defensive catcher. Terrible. If you guys don't believe it, then watch the guy catch his next game because he's fucking trash. Offensively, whoop-de-doo. All right? He hits a $165. He gets on base 36% of the time, 36.5% of the time. But what happens when he's on base? He clogs up the bases. That's like me taking a shit at McDonald's. I clog up the toilet. He clogs up the bases. He's terrible. He is fucking garbage. Yasmani Grandal is trash. And I'm with Fred. I'm with our guy here at 1252, Fred Hubner. Do not call this man Yaz. Do not call him Yaz. There is one Yaz, and it's Carl Yastrzemski. And in a pinch, you may be able to call his grandson, Mike Yastrzemski, Yaz, for the San Francisco Giants. Do not call Yasmani Grandal Yaz. That's a slap in the face to Carl Yastrzemski. An absolute slap in the face. Because Yasmani Grandal is horse shit. Horse shit. He blows. He blows. And what's the saddest part is he's the biggest contract that the White Sox have doled out in the last 5 years. He's trash. He is trash. The White Sox can do better. Reese McGuire. I would start Reese McGuire every day from here on out over that fucking pud. Every day. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It pisses me off because that White Sox team deserves to be a better team. It truly does. The talent that they have on that team, they should be a better team. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a Yasmani Grandal rant, but I mean that's where I'm at with this team. I mean seriously, that's where I'm at. Let's move on because I'm just gonna get pissed off more at Yasmani Grandal, even though he sucks. The AL West, the Astros have a commanding lead, and it was tight. It was a tight division lead a few weeks ago, a week and a half ago. It was a nice division. It was close. It was close. But since then, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have lost 14 games straight and put themselves in an absolute fucking hole in this division. They are now 9.5 back. 9.5 back of the Houston Astros. The Astros are 36-21. The Angels are 27-31. A 9.5 game differential. This team has been struggling. The Angels have been struggling big time. Huge almost. I mean, they've been terrible. All right. Shohei Ohtani hasn't been hitting. Mike Trout. I don't know if you guys seen this guy's stat sheet over the last fucking 7 games. He's a fucking 0-for in the last 7 games. 0 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. He's been a fucking sombrero out there in Los Angeles. I mean, seriously. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, I love Mike Trout, and he still is. And in my opinion, he is the best player in the game. But you cannot win when your best player when the best player in the game is on your team, and he ain't producing. He's not producing, guys. He's just not doing it. I mean, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. I mean, what the fuck? Can you imagine if Aaron Judge had a fucking stint like that? I mean, I know guys go through a stint like that. I get it. I understand that guys go through, I mean, they go through slumps. But Mike Trout, this is the biggest slump I've ever seen him in. He really is. Our guy, Christian Schenefeld. I love Christian. Christian, you are the man. Thank you so much for hopping back on. He's just busting my balls. Yaz is bound to snap out of it eventually, don't you think? Get the fuck out of here, Christian. I know you're pushing buttons. You're pushing buttons, Christian. You're pushing buttons. You're pushing buttons. Our guy Chubbs 82. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Chubbs, how you been, my friend? I miss you. I miss you. He says, if he's not a Cub, screw him. Except for the players that were on the World Series team for the Cubs, they are the Cubs for life, but screw everyone else, including Mike Trout. Listen. This is where we go. This is where we go. Okay. Now listen, Chubbs and I have been battling back and forth for a long time. All right. I love the game, guys. I love the game. I can throw on any fucking baseball game out there and sit there and watch it on my couch. My wife will sit there and just sit there, diddle and dick around on her phone, and I sit there and fuck around. All right. I love Chubbs. Chubbs is fucking awesome, but he brings up a good point. All right. If you're a diehard fan, you only reach out to your diehard guys, the guys that were on the World Series team, your guys that were on the Super Bowl team, your guys that were here, your guys that were there. All right. But me, I'm a fan of the game. And this sounds cliche and super fucking stupid. All right. But I am a student of the game. All right. I love to sit there and watch the greatness of baseball, the greatness of football. I can sit there and watch. As much as I fucking hate the Green Bay Packers, I like watching Aaron Rodgers play. As much as I hate the Detroit Red Wings, I used to love watching Henrik Zetterberg and Pavel Datsyuk. All right. I used to love that. As much as I hate fucking so many fucking teams, as much as I hate these teams, you have to appreciate greatness when it's around you. You have to appreciate the greatness. And Chubb says here, but I really only care about the Chicago Cubs. You're right. You're right. All right. But I'm a fucking diehard Cub fan. I bleed fucking Cubby blue, Chubbs. I bleed it. I bleed Cubby blue. And many of my friends from fucking years and years on, man, will tell you I'm a sorry, pissed off sack of shit when the Cubs lose a game. I get fucking heated. My wife will tell you. It'll ruin our fucking nights when the Cubs lose a game. All right. But back in the day, when Albert Pujols was on the Cardinals way back in the day before he went to the Angels, come on, dude. How could you not appreciate the greatness that was coming up to the plate, which what seemed fucking twice an inning? My younger brother Trevor came on over here the other day. We sat here and we watched the one of the doubleheader games. All right. Against the Cardinals, actually. Against the Cardinals. And it was like, oh man, did you remember this guy when he was in his prime? It seemed like Albert Pujols was up twice an inning. Every time you turned on the fucking game, it seemed like he was on deck. All right? You got to appreciate greatness when you see it. That's what pisses me off about people, where they're so fucking hard-headed that they don't see the greatness that's in front of them at the time. I hope Tom Brady next year gets hit by a fucking Cadillac. Okay? I really do. All right? I'm not a Tom Brady fan. But I'll never bet against the guy. I'll never bet against him. He's fucking amazing. He really is. All right. Chubb says here again. He says, I will admit it's getting hard for me to keep supporting Jason Hayward. I know he was on the World Series team, but he is the biggest mistake in Chicago Cubs history. What a terrible signing. Chubbs, no shit. That's all this fucking guy does is roll his wrist to the second baseman every time he's up. He's a trash-ass player. I don't give a shit. He could have blown Joe Madden for that fucking World Series win. All right? I'd appreciate it. Yeah, it'd be great. But he's terrible. He is an absolute dog shit acquisition and possibly one of the worst signings in Chicago Cubs history. He's terrible. Before we continue, guys, there's a lot of you guys in here tonight. I really do appreciate you guys coming out on me. Really, truly, I do. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out with me on a day off, actually. I was supposed to go last night, but like I said, everything kind of took a shit on me last night. But really quick, let's give a couple words from our sponsors. Guys, really quick, this is no bullshit. You guys are sitting in here with us. I'm going to be playing two sponsors really quick, and it's one from Fozzie Football and one from Coach's Corner. Fozzie Football is the best game around right now. I'm telling you guys right now. If you guys use the promo code 1252 for Fozzie Football, you'll get $20 off the game. It's paper football meets shuffleboard, and it's the most fun game you'll ever have in your life. And I'm not just saying this to sell the goddamn thing. I'm saying it because I mean it. It's a lot of fun. And Coach's Corner out here, 143rd and 82nd Avenue. I mean, amazing food. The best barbecue wings I've ever had in my life. And these wings are like full-blown chicken drumsticks. Full-blown wings. They're unbelievable. It's absolutely awesome there. And not only that, but it's the coldest fucking beer I've ever had. At any bar, it's the coldest beer. So really quick, guys, a couple words from these guys, and we will be right back talking Bears and Bulls. Here we go.
Fozzie Football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball, or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fozzie Football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Hi, this is Kathy O'Connell at Coach's Corner, located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Our phone number is 708-364-1026. We are Orland Park's #1 sports bar. Come in for our wonderful beer menu and seltzers with a fully stocked bar. Watch a game, drink a beer, and try something off our amazing menu. We have everything to choose from: nachos, potato skins, and our house-made bar chips to start off with. Then try our tacos, burgers, and one of our delicious sandwiches. And don't leave without trying our famous jumbo wings. They do not disappoint. Coach's Corner. It will sure to become your local bar. Again, we are located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come see us today.
And like I said, guys, those guys, the Coach's Corner, have the best wings I've ever had in a long time. They're absolutely huge. They're the size of my head. These wings are the size of my head, guys. And I got a big head. I got a fat guy head. All right, they're really big. They're really big wings. They're absolutely unbelievable. And the quesadillas, I'm not even going to start on their quesadillas. Their quesadillas, I ordered a set of quesadillas. Ended up being 3 sets of quesadillas. It was unbelievable. I mean, pico de gallo, sour cream, the whole nine, the chipotle ranch. It was absolutely, I mean, what the hell? I ordered a $9 dish. I ended up getting $40 worth of fucking food there. They're unbelievable. And Fozzie Football, by the way, if you guys aren't watching Fozzie Football, if you guys ain't playing Fozzie Football, it's a travesty because it is the coolest fucking game that's out right now. It is, like I said, it's paper football. The game that you guys played way back in the day where you guys used to slide the paper football to the end of the desk, and if it hung off the end of the desk, it was a touchdown. Same exact concept here at Fozzie Football. They're absolutely unbelievable. Free app on your app store. It's absolutely phenomenal. I can't talk more about that game. In fact, guys, I congregated a group of people to start a league of Fozzie Football over at Nick and Ivy. That's how much I love this game. By the way, I'm in first place, 5-1. Suck it, everybody else in that league. But yeah, I'm kicking ass in that league. I'm really kicking ass in that league. Although I'm tied at the division top. I got my ass whipped this week, 2-3. But yeah, anyways, neither here nor there. I'm still in first place. Because you know what? I'm a first place caliber guy. That's what I do. This is what I do all the time. This is what I do. But yeah, guys, a lot of rumors going around here. All right, I'm done talking about baseball. It's only going to piss me off even more. It is what it is. Sorry, I had to cough. I didn't want to cough in you guys' ears. Okay? We got Bulls. We got Bears news. I don't know if you guys seen today, Justin Fields smack a homer outside of Wrigley. All right, that was nice. Listen, this guy's an athlete. Look at this kid. Straight up hitting homers outside of Wrigley. That's awesome. It's fantastic. Cannot wait. All right. But, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, look at this guy. Christian Schoenfeld, that Chicago Baseball Series finale sign behind you is dope. Yeah, Christian, you missed it last week. Fred and I did a show down at Coach's Corner. It was absolutely fantastic. We did a pregame and a postgame down at Coach's Corner. Again, one of our sponsors, great place, absolutely unbelievable. Great wings, great beer. And I mean this. I truly mean this. It's the coldest beer you'll ever have in your life. It's almost slushy, and it's fucking fantastic. That's how cold it is. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Everything off the tap is so cold, it hurt my teeth. And that's the type of beer I like, especially on a hot day for a fat guy. That's what I'm all about. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about the Bears here. All right. I gave my prediction at the beginning of the year here. At the end of the draft, I gave my prediction for them to be a 5-12 team. Okay. And I didn't put it out of the realm to say that they were dumb enough. They were dumb enough to be a 10-7 team and make the playoffs. Okay. And I'm still sticking with that. I cannot make my mind up on the Chicago Bears team. I truly can't. I really think they're either going to be 5-12 and a shit show, or 4-13 and a shit show, or 10-7, 11-6. That's where I'm at. They are dumb enough to win these games where it's like, oh, boy, like they're that dumb enough to win a bunch of games and fuck themselves out of a potential top pick. Like, that's where I see this team. I could see Justin Fields coming out here and absolutely kicking fucking ass this year. I can see him coming out and just being absolutely unbelievable this year and being the guy that we want him to be, to take that next step forward, to be that guy, to be the guy for these Chicago Bears, finally. I can see it happening, guys. I can definitely see it happening. If that happens, I mean, you fucking ride the wave, man. I mean, I will be. I'll be like, go Bears, let's go. Let's just add pieces. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. If not, I'm still going to be on the other end. Be like, hey, you suck. Let's do this. Let's get a top pick. Let's do this. All right. This is my fat guy dance, by the way, guys. It's just me throwing my arms ridiculously up in the air, punching sky. All right. I mean, that's where I see this Bears team right now. They can be, like John Darren says, our guy John Darren, who, guys, thank you. Again, by the way, Jonathan Darren over at the Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group, him and his team helped us find our office for the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill Studios. These guys are absolutely amazing. If you guys are looking to buy or sell, these are the guys to call. Make sure you give these guys a call because they're fucking top notch. I gave John a call a month ago. Hey, listen, I'm looking for an office. Boom. Done today, less than a month. He found a spot for me, and now we are in. I mean, it's Jonathan Darren and his team over there at the Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. Absolutely 100%, par none, the best in the business. All right. The Whistle Sports Bar and Grill Studios. Boom. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get ourselves in there. It's going to be fantastic, guys. It's going to be great. We're going to be doing a lot of live events over at the Whistle, a lot of football games, having a blast. But I mean, it's with this Bears team, who knows what's going to happen with this Bears team? Who knows? Would you guys be impressed or upset that they won 11 games this year or 10 games this year? I mean, that's what I want to know. Guys in the chat room here hanging out with me. And there's a bunch of you guys here. Would you guys be upset if they won 11 games this year? I want to hear. I want to hear it. Would you be upset? I mean, it's a big deal. It really is. It's a big deal. Sorry. Margaritas, guys. It's June. I got to switch my drink. It's June. I'm drinking margaritas now. This is what's happening. It's going to be a tough division regardless, guys. It really is. I mean, in my eyes, this is me thinking glass is half empty, glass is half full. I'm a glass is where it is type of guy. This isn't half empty. This isn't half full. This is exactly where it is. Okay? This is where I see this drink. This is exactly how I see the Green Bay Packers. You lose Devontae Adams, and you still have Amari Rodgers in the fucking backfield fielding punts. Amari Rodgers is the type of player that can completely fucking burn the Chicago Bears defense for the next 5 years. He really can be. He really, really can be. Okay, Jonathan Darren says, can't be upset with the playoffs. Can't be upset with playoffs, but it's tough to swallow. We need so many holes filled. Sounds like Mag's girlfriend. She always needed a hole filled. Oh, sorry. Probably shouldn't have said that. She was a whore. Just like this Bears defense. This Bears defense is lacking so many things. They need help in the secondary. They're losing guys in the defensive line. They're losing guys in the second tier. You have to be strong. There is 3 tiers of defense, boys. There are 3 tiers of defense. You need that defensive line. You lost Akeem Hicks. You need that second tier of your linebackers. You're losing Al Gogo-Tree. You're losing Danny Trevathan. You lost Khalil Mack. And in your third line of defense, you have Jalen Johnson. You have that piece of shit over there at safety. Oh, my God. The name Eddie Jackson. All right. There's so many holes to fill, but they drafted accordingly. Does Ryan Poles know what the fuck he's doing? I feel like he does. Our guy Frank Marshall finally chapping in. Frank, what's going on? He says, Fat Mike, what up, buddy? What's up, Frank? Nice to see you in here tonight. I really do appreciate you coming on in. Christian Schenefeld says, big message. Nope, not upset at all. The talk of the offseason is how this new regime feels by not adding enough on the offensive side of the ball. If they outperform and are able to add more talent next offseason with the amount of cap space they'll have, hopefully they'll realize what they do have and what they need to take the next step. Example, DK Metcalf. If they win 11 games, that means the defense is doing their job. And Justin Fields is the guy, in my opinion. Knowing that, you'll know what you need to do. Christian, you fucking hit it right on the head, man. Right on the head. If the Bears go out there this year and win 10 games, let's say if they win 9 games. Let's say they go a game above 500 or a game below 500. 9-8, 8-9. Let's say that's the case. Okay, let's say that's the case. That means Justin Fields is still in a learning process and the defense is doing their job. Or B, Justin Fields did his job and the young talent on the defensive side of the football is still learning their job. That's exactly what it means. You look at what the Bears drafted this year, 2 cornerbacks and a safety, couple defensive linemen, couple offensive linemen. There's going to be learning curves. You got to make sure what you're doing is the right thing. This Bears team is going to be a tricky team. I have never been in shambles and in so much thought over a Chicago Bears team before in my entire life. I don't know what to think about this team. I don't know whether to bury him. Okay, I don't know whether to bury him or root for him. That's where I'm at. All right, now, I don't think they failed Fields. Again, like Frank Marshall just said, literally, as I'm thinking it, he says it. Christian, absolutely no shot they failed Fields. Pace failed Fields by trading our future for an extra box of rice cakes other than Fields. Bears had too many holes for him to Bears had too many holes for him to fox in 1 year. I think that's what he means is fix in 1 year. Yeah, you're right. But Matt Nagy didn't do Justin Fields any favors. I was at that Cleveland game, guys. I've mentioned this before on our podcast here. The Fat Mike Show. I've mentioned it before here at 1252. I was at that Cleveland game, and what a shit show that was. Okay? That was terrible. That was single-handedly the worst fucking game I've ever watched or been live to in my entire life. And I've been to a ton of football games, guys. A ton. I was miserable at that fucking game. Miserable. It wasn't because of the weather. The weather was beautiful out there. There was a nice breeze. In fact, it was a little chilly. Jilly. Pussy. In fact, it was a little cold. But it was a great time up there in the stands. Having a good time. Doing our thing. But that was the worst fucking game I've ever watched in my entire life. And it seemed, honestly, that Matt Nagy coached against Justin Fields and to promote him and to prove him and to give him a steady leap, a steady jump into that offense in week 3, week 4, whatever the fuck it was last year. It was a joke. He did Justin Fields absolutely zero fucking favors in that game. I am 100% sure that Myles Garrett smeared DNA of Justin Fields into that turf. There are still parts of Justin Fields into that turf. Jadeveon Clowney got to fucking Justin Fields faster than stink on shit. That was the worst game I've ever watched in my entire life. It was terrible. I wish I would have just sat in the fucking parking lot and ate meatballs. Because I tell you what, it would have been cheaper. I would have been more drunk. I would have had more fun drinking the beer, being my sorry fat ass in the parking lot. It would have been a lot more fun that way. Instead of walking up a million goddamn steps, watching Justin Fields and Chicago Bears completely shit the bed in Cleveland. Watching some drunk Chicago Bears fan meathead get the shit kicked out of him on the way back to the parking lot, which he rightfully deserved. That guy was an asshole. Nobody stood up for that guy. He was an ass bag. He deserved to get his ass kicked. This Bears team is a mess, guys. We got a lot to get to, and there's going to be more Bears talk as we go along. A lot more Bears talk as we go along. Right now, it's just it's baseball season. Everybody's talking Cubs. Everybody's talking White Sox. We know what it is. In a month, it's going to be nothing but Bears from here until January. You know it is. You know it is. As I'm sitting here sipping my margarita. It's delicious, by the way. I'm not a fan of margaritas, but it's a good margarita. Our guy Frank Marshall says, never did I see a coach move up in the draft to get a quarterback and never have a game plan for him. Nagy wanted him to fail so he can prove that he wasn't ready. I mean, listen, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yeah. Listen, it's like the guy on the grassy knoll for JFK. Really. It's like the moon landing was fake. Like there's so much controversy around Matt Nagy and Justin Fields. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Frank Marshall says, I can't imagine if Fat Mike has a swear jar. I love it. No. If I had a swear jar, man, I'd be millions of dollars in debt, Frank. Frankie, I'd be $1 million in debt. Millions of dollars in debt. Millions. I'd be like Elon Musk of the swear jar. Oh, shit, that's funny. All right. The next thing I want to get to, guys, before we take another quick little break here and give ourselves to one of our sponsors. Our sponsors are great here, guys. Again, like I said, Nick and Ivy Brewing Company, the Jonathan Darren team, the Megaplex Sportsbook, the Fozzie Football, and Coach's Corner. And again, our main sponsor, our main go-to sponsor here at 1252 is 100%, hands down, the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park, located at 7537 West 159th Street in Tinley Park. It is, again, the best sports bar on the south side or possibly in the state of Illinois. They have so much food. And listen, you order food, you get a plate the size of my chest, which is a big chest, guys. It's absolutely amazing. Their steak sandwich, oh, shit. Wait until you have that jalapeno chipotle mayo. It's unbelievable. All right, they have state-of-the-art technology with a Vegas wall, guys, a Vegas wall. You can make your bets right there as you're sitting there watching all the odds, overs, unders, the whole nine. I know Harry the Greek is going to love that. All right. Freshly prepared food daily and video gaming, and you know what to do. They are state-of-the-art all the way. So make sure you guys frequent that place. Again, located at 7537 West 159th Street out in Tinley Park. And really quick, guys, we got another quick word from our sponsors before we get into Today in Sports History. This is my favorite part of the show. I love Today in Sports History, guys. I love it. And there's some good ones out there tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We got one quick little sponsor. It's 47 seconds long, guys. 47 seconds. So stay tuned for Today in Sports History because it's a good one. So here we go.
Megaplex Sports Complex is a 78,000 square foot center filled with hardwood and turf. They have baseball rentals with batting cages, softball, soccer, lacrosse, gymnastics, cheerleading, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. It also features a bar and grill with the best pizza and beef sandwiches around. They cater to events such as birthdays, graduations, corporate parties, as well as memorabilia shows. Check them out at Megaplex Sports Complex, 15301 South Bell Road in Homer Glen, 708-966-4210.
All right, and we are back. We are back, and we are ready for Today in Sports History. Today in Sports History, guys, this is a great Today in Sports History. So let's get to it right this second. Sports history, there are records that are made to stand the test of time, and there are records that are meant to be broken. From hits, home runs, wins, and steals, to goals and assists and gold medals, passing yards, touchdowns, to receptions, dunks, points, rebounds, all with the same ultimate goal. That ultimate goal is being a winner and being a champion. This is Today in Sports History. All right, guys, there are some really cool and really awesome things that happened today on June 9th in Today in Sports History. There are some really cool ones. And I'm going to start it off by in 1899, American boxer James J. Jeffries knocks out defending champion Bob Fitzsimmons of England in the 11th round in Brooklyn and New York to win the lineal world heavyweight title. Pretty cool one. I like that. If you look at the picture of this guy, he looks like a little short, little fat guy. That's it. And I'm a short, little fat guy. So I dig it. I like it. Go that guy. Go James J. Jeffries. In 1901, this one's really cool, guys. The New York Giants recorded 31 hits to beat the Cincinnati Reds 25-13. 31 hits in a game. Can you believe that? Holy moly. In 1914, Pittsburgh Pirate shortstop Honus Wagner is the second player to record 3,000 hits. Honus Wagner, one of the greatest players of all time. Seriously, one of the greatest players of all time. If you look at this guy's stats, he's unbelievable. He's almost like a myth, like Babe Ruth. I don't even think he ever existed, to be honest with you. I think he's all fake. In 1923, the 55th Belmont, Earl Sandy, riding Zev, wins in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Fastest run at that track. In 1933, Walter Johnson takes over as Cleveland Indians manager. Walter Johnson, Hall of Famer, baseball player, manager, the whole nine. The guy's the man. Can't beat that. Let's see here. In 1945, following an 8-7 win over the Phillies, the Brooklyn manager, Leo DeRocher, is arrested on a complaint by a fan that DeRocher slugged him. Slugged him mean Leo DeRocher punched him. Leo DeRocher punched a guy. He got arrested for punching a guy. Leo DeRocher, what are you doing, man? I like that one. Listen, you're an asshole. You deserve to be punched in the face. And Leo DeRocher, good job. Way to punch that man in the face. In 1946, Joe Louis knocks out Billy Conn in 8 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title. Joe Louis, heavyweight champion, great champion, stud, underrated champion, in my opinion. Underrated champion, in my opinion. In 1946, New York Giants Mel Ott becomes the first manager in Major League Baseball history to be ejected from both games of a doubleheader. And the Giants lost both games to the Pittsburgh Pirates. He got ejected in 2 games. So that means he was just in a shit mood. He was just pissed off. Just to be pissed off. Just to get ejected. Fuck it. I'm out of here. I'm gone. That's pretty cool, though. First manager ever to be ejected from both games of a doubleheader. That's a good one. I can't wait to tell my dad that one tomorrow. In 1966, 5 Minnesota Twins, Rich Rollins, Zolio Versalles, Tony Oliva, Don Mincher, and Harmon Killebrew, all homer in the 7th inning to beat the Oakland Athletics 9-4. It's a pretty cool one. In 1978, Larry Holmes beats Ken Norton in 15 rounds for a heavyweight boxing title. 15 rounds, guys. That's way too much. 15, that's way too many punches to the head. That's way too many minutes to be punched in the head. What is it? It's 3-minute rounds, what's 3 times 15? 15, 30, 45 minutes of being punched in the face. 45 minutes of being punched in the head. That's way too many minutes to be punched in the head. And you wonder why these guys have fucking scrambled egg brains and need a drool cup. 15 rounds. Good Lord. These guys, I tell you. In 1985, NBA championship, Boston Garden. The Los Angeles Lakers beat the Boston Celtics 111-100 for a 4-2 series victory. And the finals MVP, none other than the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem. That fucking guy's the man. The skyhook, baby. Skyhook. In 1986, in a clash of future baseball Hall of Fame starting pitchers, California Angel Don Sutton, 298 wins lifetime, beats Tom Seaver of the Chicago White Sox, 306 wins lifetime, 3-0 at Comiskey Park. See, guys, listen, it's still Comiskey. It's not the fucking sell. It's not guaranteed rate. It's still Comiskey. If you don't call it anything but, you're an asshole. Pretty much. You're pretty much just an asshole. Betting Bros talks. What's up, Betting Bros? What's going on, bro? Love this guy. He's always coming in here. He's good goo. He's good dude. Good dude. Frank Marshall, best be talking about hockey events as well. I'm watching to see if you do. Frank, they're coming. They're coming, my friend. They're coming. Don't worry. They're coming. Baseball record in 1990. Dodger Eddie Murray ties Mickey Mantle with baseball switch hit home runs in 10 games. MLB first baseman Eddie Murray, baseball legend Mickey Mantle. We got some hockey stuff coming up. In 1993, the Stanley Cup final in the Montreal Forum, Montreal, Quebec. The Montreal Canadiens beat the Los Angeles Kings 4-1 for a 4-1 series win. Canadiens win their 24th Stanley Cup championship. There you go, Frank. There you go. I told you there was some hockey coming up, my man. I told you there was some hockey coming up. You know me. I'm always going to talk hockey. Always going to talk hockey. In 2001, the Stanley Cup final at the Pepsi Center, Denver, Colorado. The Colorado Avalanche beat defending champion New Jersey Devils 3-1 for a 4-3 series win. Avalanche second title. It's also Ray Bourque's only Stanley Cup, guys. Ray Bourque's only Stanley Cup in 2001. Little piece of knowledge that's not involved in that one. It's only because I know what the fuck is going on in hockey, just so you guys know. In 2003, the Stanley Cup final, the Meadowlands Arena, East Rutherford, New Jersey, which is pretty much a shit show. The New Jersey Devils beat the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim 3-0 for a 4-3 series win. The Devils win the cup. Devils suck. In 2010, guys, here we go. Here we go. It has been 12 years to the day. The Stanley Cup final, Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Chicago Blackhawks edged the Flyers 4-3 in overtime for a 4-2 series win. First Stanley Cup championship for the Chicago Blackhawks since 1961. Go Blackhawks, baby. Da 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 da. There we go, Blackhawks. Yeah, baby. There we go. Lot of hockey, Frank. Lot of hockey, Frank. I told you there was hockey coming up. A lot of hockey coming up. And the rest of it's a lot of tennis stuff. In 2019, former Boston Red Sox star David Ortiz was shot in the while visiting his native Dominican Republic. Man, that's sad. That's kind of a sad way to end this. Huh? Kind of a sad. That's kind of David Ortiz shot in the Dominican Republic. Not Rene Bork. Get the fuck out of here, Frank. Get out of here, Frank. Rene Bork. Get out of here. Boom. Ray Bork. Ray Bork. Not Rene Bork. Ray Bork. Get out of here, I tell you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for chiming into the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show tonight. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hopping in with us, chatting away, having a great time with you guys. Fucking awesome show tonight, guys. It was great. I love talking baseball. I love talking Bears. We didn't even get on the Bulls, but I don't want Rudy Gobert. He's not worth the money. He's not worth the money. That's what we did. We touched on the Bulls right now. I don't want Rudy Gobert. Fuck that guy. Leave him out in Utah. Fuck him. I don't want him. He sucks. He brings COVID everywhere. Fuck that guy. Leave him where he's at. All right? There, we touched on the Bulls. So, I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. It is what it is. All right, so there we go. Thank you so much for coming on to the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, having a great time hanging out and having a few cocktails, talking sports, talking Chicago sports with us here at 1252 Chicago Sports. It's been awesome. Talking to Cubs, talking to White Sox, talking to Bears, talking to some Blackhawks, some Bulls. It's been awesome. I can't believe it. It was a great night tonight. It was awesome. Thank you for Frank and Betting Bros Sports Talk and everybody else that came on. It came on, and Christian and John and Paul and Chubbs and everybody. Look at this. Andrew Tarble. The list goes on and on and on. Thank you guys so much for hopping in with me tonight. It was so much fun. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors here at 1252 Sports, Nick and Ivy Brewing Company, the Jonathan Darren team, the Megaplex, Fozzie Football, Coach's Corner, and the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park. Great place. Get there. Great food. Cold beer. Awesome setting. Vegas line right there to where you can make all your bets. Got to get there, guys. On that note, I am out of here. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. We have Harry the Greek coming up on Friday. Going to put more money in your guys' pockets, hopefully, with Peter Blake. He's going to be the guy. He's riding a hot hand, guys. He is riding a hot hand. He is winning nothing but games. Saturday, we're hanging out, doing our thing. It's Canal Days weekend. We're going to be having fun. Sunday, we got Jacob Charnow coming on in, talking football. He recaps football even when there's no football. This kid is unbelievable. He is a football just guru, this kid. And then Monday night, we got Fred Hubner coming in with a new Hubes Views and Brews, talking beer, talking sports, maybe a little bit of soccer. I want to hear some soccer because I still don't understand what the fuck soccer is. It's the truth. I still don't know what the hell soccer is. I know you kick a ball. I know that's where it goes. It is what it is. So, yeah, there we go. But on that note, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you to you guys chiming in. Thank you for all our wonderful sponsors. And I'll see you guys next week. Next Wednesday, we will be live here at Fat Mike. And I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a good night. Take care.
Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.